I thought it was a bit of a rocky start at the beginning.
Yeah, difficult to put your finger on it.
Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name's Ian J. Cole and this is the lovely Jane.
Hi.
And we are vlogging about Edinburgh, or Edinburgh Fringe Festival. If you've not been here before, there's loads of other shows that we've reviewed down below. We're currently on show 27 in our 7th day, so we're going for it. And this is a show called Alexandra Fox Snare. Now, I think we should first talk about the venue before we actually talk about the show.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, this was the venue that we walked out of last night. We walked out of the show last night because of other reasons, but this venue is a blow-up igloo, really. It's not very big, and actually the front row are very, very close to. There's no real stage of it, or literally there's probably, I don't know, 3 foot between the front row and actually where
it might
even be less. Yeah. The big problem that we had last night, and we would have had today, was that everybody sat on little 3-legged stools, which we found very uncomfortable last night. So there's no back support, and we've both got bad backs, so that was part of the issue. What we did do tonight was we had a word with them about, we told them we were reviewing the show, and actually they gave us, I think Alexander Fox called it first class. We were sat at the back on a
bench
with a back like that.
Bit of back support. So but they had, thank you, they reserved it for us.
They had, and now this venue is in the Pleasance Courtyard, and it's called the Green. Now, what I would say is, tip here. Anybody coming to Edinburgh Festival Fringe who is going to that venue, if you have back problems, you don't want to be sat on one of these tri-stools for a whole hour, because it will be crippling, to be fair. And I was uncomfortable after 10 minutes, So just a little tip there. Anyway, down to Alex Fox's show, which was called Snare. I thought it was. A bit of a rocky start at the beginning.
Yeah, difficult to put your finger on it.
Yeah.
He is very loud, so he shouts, he talks non-stop.
And he's very fast in his speech, isn't he?
Now, I have to confess, he did refer, as part of the story, the fact that he had ADHD and he used drumming to focus. It helped him focus. And I'm, with no disrespect, and I don't mean any disservice to Alex, I'm not sure if that was part of the story or it was just him.
Yeah, was it his character? Was he playing a character? Was
he playing a character?
Yeah,
or
was that actually Alex?
Because I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure. He kept it up the whole time, and you sort of eased into it. So yeah. I felt that I found it quite wasn't quite sure at the beginning either.
It was a bit jarring at the beginning, and then it sort of settled down. He, as the show went on for me, there was a point where he actually stopped the show because the main PA, we could hear him when he was drumming, because the show was it was about his life, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's clearly another really good drummer, like we saw the chap in Beat. And the problem for us, I think, or for me in particular, was, we did discuss this, we wish we'd seen Snare before we saw Beat, because it was very difficult for us. We were always comparing it to how good Beat was, which was unfair, really. And he actually stopped the show at one point and tried to get the staff who were on the mixer to sort out this pair of speakers, which has he was funny. He was making a joke about it, and he said, "I've paid for these." Now, I because we were sat at the back, I actually thought they were quite unhelpful. I mean, the guy at the mixer just went, "I don't know how to fix it." They did call some technical help. Two guys walked in and literally were there less than 30 seconds, and I don't even know if they fixed it.
I didn't notice any difference, because I said to Ian, because Ian would have noticed.
Yeah, I didn't notice any difference either.
He said that we were hearing it out of Alex's monitor,
which Alex actually said himself, it was really loud, the monitor. So that I think we were.
So you think?
I think we were hearing it out of his drum monitor.
We weren't sure. I mean, there was the guys. These two tech guys came in, and like you said, were hardly there at all. I mean, at the end of the show, Alex did indicate, because he sort of gestured to the speakers, and as though they hadn't been fixed. And that obviously he found that was very distracting for him. And
that's, artists pay a lot of money for these venues, and I feel for Alex for that, because part of the service that he has bought and he's paying for is, when stuff goes wrong, that they fix it reasonably quickly. And it looks like they didn't. I mean, he did actually make because he very smartly got a guy out of the audience who could drum, and they played the drums together while he was waiting for the tech guys, which was probably 2 or 3 minutes, wasn't it? Maybe slightly more. Yeah. And he really covered that brilliantly, I thought. And I said to you, he's really, that is really well done. So thumbs up on that. The fact that he was able to cover what in effect had stopped the show. Really, really well, and I just felt for him the fact that it wasn't, the support he was getting from his technical staff wasn't necessarily good enough. I mean, I liked the story. Yeah, I did too. That he told, and it was to do with a drum teacher that he'd had. Yeah. And I warmed to him very much as a character as he went on. Yeah. And he was witty, he was funny, the jokes were good. He did a lot of talking. I mean, almost sort of stand-up. But obviously with reference to things that had happened in his life. Yeah. Now, he said that all the things that had happened were true, and that he changed the names. I honestly don't know whether it was true or he was playing a character. But he very watching. I enjoyed seeing the drums again. Yes, exactly. Close up. Yeah. Being played, and again, sort of demonstration of various techniques and styles and things. Yeah. I could play. I enjoyed it. It was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the one thing we would say is that if you're going to go and see it, and I'd take a cushion if you could. To I'm sit not sure it would make much difference. You don't think so? I mean, no. And I'm having a pop at the Pleasance as a venue here, because to expect somebody to sit on a tri-stool for an hour is not on, really. I mean, look, we were lucky. The people in front, I mean, some of them were sitting on 2 stools because they were, that was maybe slightly more comfortable. Certainly, the guy directly in front of me was doing what I was doing the night before, and he kept moving because he was uncomfortable. So it's a negative for the actual venue, but a definite positive for what I thought was a really good show. Are you going to play anything? Oh yes, sorry, yes. Well, thank you, thank you. We haven't got anything from this show as a promotional piece, but in the past, Alex had done a show called Ringo, and it just showed. It was obviously about Ringo Starr, Although he did make a pop at Ringo Starr, didn't he? He had a bit of a go at him.
Oh, no, I thought he said. No, I didn't.
I thought that was a bit of a pop at Ringo, because I think Ringo's a really great drummer.
No, I thought he was saying.
He was saying that Ringo is a good drummer.
Yeah,
well, I probably got that a bit wrong, really. Anyway, in the past he's done a show called Ringo. I'm going to pop. It's just about a minute and a half, but it does show how good Alex is as a drummer, and it's from a previous show from a couple of years ago, and we'll do that now. Okay, so that's Alex playing to a Beatles track, and that's the sort of thing that he did through this show. He didn't use an acoustic kit like on that. He used an electronic kit, and he did play along with some songs. We're down to the stars. So how many stars from you, Jane?
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Well, I know you don't like you're not.
I don't like half stars.
You're not allowing halves.
We're not. I've put my foot down with half stars, because we either go for, well, we don't do half stars. We have to go up or we have to go down.
Oh, right. Well, I'm going to say 3.5. So right. What are you going to say?
That's given me a dilemma, because I thought you were going to go for 4 and I was going to go for 3, and then we would overall it at 4. I think I'm going to go for 4.
Okay, right.
I think it's better than a 3-star show, okay, well, and I'm going to give him the extra half a star. I mean, I would go for a 3.5 as well. But how he covered the technical issues that he had,
yeah, good point,
was excellent. So well done. If you ever see this, Alex, you did great, mate.
Okay.
So 4 stars.
Okay.
So
happy to go.
Highly recommended. Go see it. It's good. Just I wish it was a better venue. That's all. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching. You know what to do with the subscribing thing, please. Okay. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.